Shalom, my people. Shalom. Shalom, my people. Shalom. Let me get this thing started, get it right, and let's talk about some things that we need to talk about. These are some things that we need to talk about because right now we are at a standstill. First of all, let me give you a round of applause. I got some very important stuff to get down to. I want to get to it because it might be kind of long. I want to get to it. This right here is talking about the movie Woman King. First, I want you to go to Luke. I got to get straight to it, people. I ain't got time to play around. This is some serious business. If you go to Luke. Okay, here we go. I want you to go to Luke. Let me see. Go to Luke 21. Go to your Bible and Luke 21. Luke 21, 20. Luke 21, 20. Let me read it through 20 and 24. This is how we got to Africa. Then I'm going to get it. This right here going to lead to what I'm talking about. This is how we got to Africa. This is what Jesus said. And when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then now know that the desolation thereof is nigh. Well, if you read the Bible during the time of biblical time, that's when Jerusalem came in. That's when the Romans came in there and killed all the Jews. And the Jews were black at the time. We was all black at the time. So God said, Jesus said, when you see all them armies coming there and desolate and trumpet down, that means there's time to what? Then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains, and let them which are in the midst of it depart out, and let not them that are in the countries enter thereof. For these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled. But woe unto them that are with child, and to them that go suck, that means the baby breastfeed, in those days. For there shall be a great distress in the land, and wrath upon this people. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the time of the Gentile be fulfilled. Right now, them Gentiles living on in Jerusalem. Jesus was telling us when the Romans came in, they kicked us out. If you go, I got a book where you go to and I think it's 65 to 75 AD. You can read in the history when General Pompey and his son Titus went into Jerusalem and they killed all they killed all the people, run them out of there. God was giving a prophecy what gonna happen. So that's why right now today we are not over there in Jerusalem. And there you heard what he said. The ones that are in the countryside don't go in there. So there's some of us are still there. So we had to run to the mountain. The mountain is the west coast of Africa. I get that part of this way you can understand where I'm going with this. I want you to keep up now because this is very important. This is a lesson that you do not want to miss. This is real deal here. Okay. In the movie called The Woman King, when they were on the beach selling Hebrew light. Remember they were on the beach, that part, they were on the beach. And they were selling, they were auctioning them off. That was us. And let me get this. Oh man. Hold on 1 minute. 1 minute. This is very important. This is very important. When they were on the beach selling us, right? You remember that part in the movie. This is the book called The Babylon to Timbuktu. Babylon to Timbuktu, get it. See, it's all biblical. In the year 65 BC, the Roman army under General Pompey captured Jerusalem in 7 AD. That's what I just read you when God said when they came in there and trumpeted over, right? All right, that's what I read to you. Okay. Titus put an end to the Jewish state, which is a great slaughter. They killed all the black people. They killed a lot of black people because a lot of God told them to hide in the countryside. I just read that in Luke. You follow along with me. During the period of the military governor of Palestine, remember that. Palestine, I want you to remember Palestine because I'm going back to it. Them are so-called Africans at the time. Them are so-called Africans, okay? Them are Africans. Many outrages and atrocities were committed against the residue of the people. The residue of the people that were left over there, which is the so-called Negroes. It has been estimated that over 1 million Jews fled to Africa, fleeing from the Roman persecution and slavery. The slave market was full of black Jewish slaves. That was us. That was in slavery over there. So I'm just reading. That's why I'm saying go back to the movie. Remember the movie when they was on the selling us at the market. That was Africans selling us. That was Africans selling us to the Portuguese. You know, and they were selling us to the Portuguese. And I want you to notice something. The Arab, the guy that you seen, the girl, okay, the woman king daughter, the one she found out that was her daughter in, and the man who was her father, who had the red on. They were the Arab. They are African. They are from the tribe of Ishmael, from the daughter, from the son of Abraham, which was married to the African, which had sex with the African handmaid Hagar. And he had a son called Ishmael, and they was the original Arab. So in the movie, they try to be strict with it, but people like us who study and understand the Bible know. So you see, they were dressed different from the other Africans. They had the red on the thing right around their face. They was Arab. They the one that was selling us. So the Africans are not your friend, people. The Arab, like I said, Arab was the one in the black. They had the black guy who was the girl father, who they found out in the end, who had the red thing around them. They were Arab. They were the one that was selling us to the Portuguese. You heard that man say Portuguese in Spain. They were selling us to them. The Arab was the first one to have us had us in captivity and was enslaving us. The Arab was the first one. I'm trying to get you to understand where we're going. I want you to go to Joel. And this time I'm proving it to you through the Bible. Go to Joel. Go to Joel 3:3. And they had cast lot for many people, and have given a boy for a harlot, and sold a girl for wine that they might drink. That was us they were selling. I'm just telling you what they was us they were selling. I want you to check this out. Yea, but what had you to do with us, O Tyre? Tyre is the Africans. So-called Africans, they was Arabs and Africans that were selling us. Zidon and all the coast of Palestine. I'm trying to tell you, it's all in the Bible. The stuff is all in the Bible. You got to read the Bible and study it and get it right. They said that the Bible don't lie. I had to break down that movie, but I had to get it right, get my stuff together. Joy, and they the Palestine. I told you, remember the Palestine, that's with them. They the one that was selling us to the Portuguese, selling us to Spain. They the one started. They the first one to sell us. Joel 3:6. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have been sold unto the children of Judah, is the so-called Negro, and the children of Jerusalem are the northern tribe, with the so-called Mexican, so-called Native American Indians. They the one they were selling on that. They ain't show you all of it on the movie. They just give you bits and pieces. Okay, the children of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have sold unto the Grecian. Grecian is the so-called white people today, which is Alexander the Greek. See, they don't want to tell you that. See, that's the Grecians, okay? Okay, wait a minute. That you might remove them from their border. They sold us. They sold us from because we had migrated over there to the west coast of Africa, running from General Pompey. And then the Africans started selling us, and the Arabs started selling us. So they were selling us. Not nobody else. They were selling us to the Portuguese. I'm trying to get you to understand what was going on. God said, I want you to, Leviticus, I can read this. I got to read it if I can get it. In Leviticus 28:36, God said we should perish among our enemies. They are not our friends. The Portuguese, the Spaniards, the white, which is the Grecian, and the Palestinian, which was the Arab. They and the Africans. They didn't love us. The Egyptians had us in slavery. They were Africans back when we was in Exodus. when we was in Egypt, they didn't love us. Leviticus 26:38. Ye shall perish among the heathen in the land of your people. In the land of your enemy shall eat you up. They're eating us up. That's why we dying in the streets and poverty, sick, the water contaminated. You stay in a low-lying area, so when a hurricane comes, you'll be the first one to get messed up, but you're the last one to get help. Now, I'm going to go to what my topic is about. My topic is about, all of it is a topic. I pray to God to get out, because I'm giving some important information. And here are different juices. Strawberry, pineapple, watermelon, all different kind of juices in here. That's what I'm drinking for today. Second answer. See, because I know that some of our people don't understand. They'll say you're teaching hate. But who really teaching hate? Second Ezra 6:54. Let me read it. And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all the creation, all the creatures, of him come we all, and the people also whom thou had chosen. Everybody come from Africa, folks. Come from Adam. Everybody come from Adam. Every nation, all nations come from Adam. White, black, green, purple, and orange. There's no doubt. I'm now going to tell you what I'm trying to tell you. I want you to hear that. I want you to hear what I just said. Everybody come from Adam. All nations, white, green, black, pink, yellow, whatever color you want to name them. Even the people who God had chosen. Out of all the people God chose, all the people that came out of God chose a special people. Check this out. All these have I spoke before thee, O Lord, because thou made the world for our sake. God made the world for the chosen people that came out of Adam. He had a chosen people. Not everybody. A chosen people. I just read it to you. As for the other people, also came of Adam, that had said that they are nothing but be like unto spittle, which is spit, and has likened to the abundance of them unto a drop of water, a drop that falleth from a vessel. You got a 5-gallon bucket. If a drop of water falls, you don't care nothing about it. That's how God feels about the other nation. I'm just trying to let you know something. You are the so-called niggas of the Bible. You are the people in the Bible that they write about. You are the so-called niggas right now today, but you are the Israelites. You are the Hebrew Israelites. You are the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay. Genesis 27:39-40. This is Esau. This is Esau. First, I'm going to go to Genesis 25. Oh, yeah, Genesis 25:25. I'm sorry. When Sarah's days, she was pregnant by Abraham. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there was twins in her womb, 2 different people. The first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and his name was Esau. That was when the so-called white man was born. He's not white, he's red, and he's hairy all over. So don't let nobody fool you. I'm trying to let you know who they are. Now, go to Hebrew, because now I got you established that they are not white, they are red. They are not white, but they are red, but they changed the nationality because white means pure and clean. Because they tried to hide their identity the same way they tried to hide our identity. So when you read the Bible, you will see white in there describing a nation. You will see Esau or Edomites. You will see them, or you can follow their lineage once you start reading the Bible. Now I go to Hebrew. I have to get all this out to tell you why white lives matter. Hebrew 12:16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. I'm giving you the description of the white folks. This is how evil they are. This is how profane they are. This is why white lives matter. This is why white lives matter. White lives matter to the so-called Negro because they will not harm them in any form or fashion. But black lives matter. I'm just saying with that part. We will not harm them. We will not do nothing to them because we are afraid of them. Now you can have what I said. You can have in a neighborhood like Gateway or Norwood, what we would call, or Moncrief. I just seen on the news they identified the body that was killed Wednesday, a black boy Wednesday in Moncrief. And I see white people now, so-called white folk, walking all up and down Moncrief. But there's no killing of them. But you killed the people who look like you. So that's why I'm saying white lives matter. White lives matter to you because you are afraid of them. You are afraid of them, so you will not kill them. You will not touch them. You will not do nothing to them. They could be right next door to you. Hey, I was looking at a video today with my Hebrew Israelite brothers, and it had this so-called black woman coming up there. Oh, you preaching lie. You preaching lie. And they had this white guy standing right there. He was preaching it, supposed to be like battling the Israelites with his doctrine. And the black woman come on, you teach a lie, and she asked a question. And the white guy, the black guy, Israelite brother, so-called, said, ask him. Ask him. The black girl would not ask him the same question that she was asking him. And the question was, does God hate? And he know that God hate. And that he said, ask him. The black girl would not ask him. We are afraid of them. But you are taught to us any kind of way. You are afraid of, guess what? They poison your water. I was watching a movie, I like cartoons. On Prime, they got a thing called Invincible. I watched the last episode the other day. And this guy took this boy into a room. It was all white. And the boy said, what's this? What's this? And then the man touched a button, and then everybody showed up like they was in the office. He said, what the hell just happened? What the boy said. He said, in tap water, because y'all told you they put everything in a movie. But you don't see it like they put the Woman King in the movie. In the tap water, they got a chemical they put in there that you can't see certain colors. It does something to you. So don't say that you don't know or you don't believe me, because ask Detroit, Flint, Michigan. Go down and ask them people about the lead they put in the water that will make them sick. Some of them even died. So don't tell me that they don't happen and they don't do this. I am a certified water technician. I started to go get my paper showing y'all this. I did swimming pools for 20-something years. Had to go to college and study water, chemicals in water, the balance of water, all this here. So I know it can be done. That's why I didn't get in a pool for 20 years. And I would tell my family don't get in the pool for 20 years. I don't care how much sanitize you can put in that pool, it don't get rid of all of it. It's bacteria in that pool, and you got people pissing in that pool. You got skin. You got Esau getting that water, and his skin come off. He shed his skin, his hair particles, the grease from his body, the oil from his body, all that pork juice from everybody's body in that water. You can't kill it all. It's a certain amount you can kill. They say it can, but you can't. You don't care how much sanitizer you put in it. So I tell my family, I don't get in it, because when I used to have to clean the filters on it, oh man, you should see all the gunk and goop that come off that water. off the filter that it caught. You had sand filter and you had cartridge filter. The cartridge filter was better than the sand, even though the sand was easy to clean. So they can do this. And black people, so-called, are scared of white people. White lives matter to them because guess what? They won't touch them. This is what Kanye West was trying to say, but he couldn't say it because guess what? His mind is, he know better, but he didn't have the wisdom of God how to word it, how to do it. So when he got a white lives matter shirt, he got a black lives matter shirt. That's what he's trying to say. White lives matter to black lives matter because the so-called black lives matter is just a people. They're not a nation. So they care about them. They will not harm them. They will come after you. They will kill. The gangs work up every morning to kill somebody black. Every morning on the news, we kill each other. We will have a march when the police kill us, but you won't have a march when your own neighbors killing us. Farrakhan said it make it hard for us because we don't know who our enemy is because our enemy right next to us looking just like us. We killing each other, people. Not they killing us, but I guarantee you, we killing each other more than they killing us because guess what? It's a curse. Deuteronomy 28, 54, or either 53. Their eyes shall be evil toward their brother, and shall be evil toward the bosom, the wife of their bosom, with the wife of their youth. And in their children they shall leave. That's us all day long. It's a curse. White folks know what's going on. The life of Kunta Kinte in the movie, right? In the movie Kunta Kinte, they beat him, stripped him of his dignity. Right now today, social media using they using our own people to beat us. They killing us. They are selling the drugs. They're raping our women. They're leaving their kids. Our women are dying. They have black, yellow, which is a curse unto God. Yellow is blonde. So it's a curse unto God what they're doing. They're destroying us. Our own people are. They have, like I said, and our women don't love their body. They get the yellow hair. They're going to get the BBL. I got pictures where I see the women butt leaking. It's leaking. You got women butts this big with legs this small. They're getting the eyes, the lashes, to know everything done. They hate themselves. They have been taught to hate themselves, so they spirit they hate on the kids and their men. The men have been taught to hate each other, so they kill each other. They jealous of each other. We sing songs about our women, calling them bitches and hoes, and women sing songs about themselves. So now you don't know who the hell you are. You're not a Black Lives Matter so-called. You are just a people just lost, but you love the white man. You will not kill them. You will not do nothing to them. God said the white man, or Psalm 58:3, the so-called white man, he said, the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born. Speaking live, that's Esau. Job 9:24, this is how you know. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked, and they cover the faces of the judges thereof. Then they go in there, Esau, which is so-called white man, paint all the judges black. White when all of them are black. All the prophets in the Bible are black. All the prophets. Jesus was black. It's all in the scriptures. But then they painted him white. So God let you know who the wicked is. That's why God said Esau, you got to learn their name. That's why I say Esau is the white lives matter really matter to black people because black people don't know who they are. There's another thing about Esau. The words in his mouth were the words in his mouth smoother than butter, but war was in his heart, and his words were of the oil. Okay, here you go. The words in his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn a sword. Esau lied to you. He tell you this and tell you that. It was war in his heart the whole time. These be the words. See, this is not now I'm going to get to tell you why Black Lives Matter don't matter. This is why Black Lives Matter does not matter. I told you why white lives matter. Let me tell you why Black lives does not matter. Because we don't know who we are. Black is a color. They told you that. If I can tell you, you can't get on the airplane, so we're going to the land of black. So because you don't know who you are, so you don't understand. So when you read the Bible, you don't know that you are the chosen people. You are the Hebrew Israelites of the Bible. You don't know that. So because guess what? You can go to you can get all this old false doctrine, but the one thing about the Bible, it has prophecy in it, and the prophecy is being fulfilled before your eyes. So you don't know who you are, so you call yourself black. Because you know how I know you don't know who you are? Because you killing you go around there. I can go to China and they know who they are. They know they're Chinese, they know they're China. A real African know what his tribe is, what nation he come from. He don't just say he come from Africa. He said, I am from Ethiopia. I am from the west coast of Africa. He know where he come from. I am from Zidane. He know where he come from. I'm from Tariq. He know where he come from. He know where he come from. You ask a nigga where he come from. He said he black. Or he said he African American. He after two people. And this how I'm trying to tell you. This how I'm trying to tell you. Once you know who you are, then you won't be afraid of Esau. You'll know that you will take your reign. But right now, black lives don't matter. Because guess how I know black lives don't matter? Because black lives matter. Guess what you did? You wouldn't be killing each other. You wouldn't be killing the baby inside your stomach. You saying black life ain't that a black baby? And don't say about the baby conception, because let somebody kill a woman and who's pregnant, you get charged for 2 murders. So Esau's word was smoother than butter. But Esau born speaking lies. So he tell you all these lies, so you don't know who you are. So you'll get on here and criticize me, and I'm giving you scriptures showing you who you are. You can't deny it. You can't beat it. These scriptures are real. I'm telling you, in Deuteronomy 1:1, these be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel. That's you. They say nowhere in the Bible where God and Revelation, they say there are 12 gates. There are 12 tribes of Israel. If you ain't on one of them tribes, you ain't going in. Now, I ain't got nothing to say about that. That's in Revelation, the last book of the Bible. It says there's 12 gates. And there's 12 angels at each gates. And they're going to be like a roll call. Okay, tribe of Judah, tribe of Manasseh, tribe of Issachar, tribe of Ephraim. That's where you be going at. Tribe of Haiti, Levi, tribe of Benjamin, they got gates. So if you don't match them gates, you can't get in. Esau 4:22 means Exodus 4:22. And they shall say unto Pharaoh, thus saith the Lord, Israel is my son, even my firstborn. See, if you don't know who you are, you hate yourself. You do things that is contrary to what God says does. And you hate yourself. So you don't know who you are. So guess why you do? That's why you do what you do. That's why you kill your baby. That's why you dye your hair. That's why you get all these toxins. That's why men are killing. The men are leaving their wife. They're leaving their kids. They're killing each other because you don't know who you are. So black really don't matter because black is a color. That's not a people. That's not a nationality. So black is just a color. No, black lives don't matter because that's why they don't respect you. That's why you can't get reparations. Go pull up reparations. Just pull up and say, who got reparations? Black got 0. But everybody got reparations. Guess what? They're a nation. They will never give you reparations until you recognize yourself as a nation. You just a black. Black is you're a color. Black is the headphone. The blackest man in the world, not the color of the headphone. So you don't know who you are. So that's why black lives does not matter. Because you don't know who you are. Psalm 147, 19-20. He showed his word unto Jacob, his statute and his judgment. And he done that to nobody else. He showed his word unto Jacob and no other nation. No other nation has to work because God gave the word to you. This word is for you. Psalms 147, 19-20. He showed the word to Jacob. When you read, you start finding out who you are. You got to start finding out that Jacob's name was changed to Israel. That's where you get the 12. He had 12 sons. And that's where you get the 12 tribes of Israel. The 12 sons of Israel, with Jacob's name was changed to Israel. God changed the name. God said your name shall no longer be Jacob. You shall be Israel. And you are the 12 tribes of Israel. So you don't know that. So you kill each other. That's why I had Fat Joe in the Breakfast Club. He don't even know who they is. use the word nigger word, but they don't know who it is. But they watch how can he use it? Because they're my people. But then you had this lady, I can't think of what she was. She was the city president of the city council. Called the little boy in Spanish. A white guy had a black son. I guess he adopted him, and they was at a function, and that woman said a Mexican, so-called Mexican word, and it meant monkey, and they knew it. So she had to resign because them people there, most of them Spanish people, you have to understand that some of them got white fathers, and some of them don't know who they are. They're just like us. We confused. We don't know we're the same people. We confused. Fat Joe don't know who he is, and a lot of Mexicans that don't. Because guess what? We're not black. We're not brown. We are a nation. So that's why black doesn't matter. Black lives doesn't matter. Because if we are a nation, it would matter. Because guess what? They'll recognize it. They don't recognize us because we are color. So black lives does not matter. Proverbs 9 and 10. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the Holy One is understanding. See, once you start fearing God, you'll start reading the Bible, you'll start studying, you'll start getting into this thing, and you'll start seeing what's going on. I advise you, black people, to stop drinking tap water. Go buy water with electrolyte in it. You can bathe in it because it's hot and boil it and try to do whatever you can do with it. I wouldn't cook with it. I wouldn't do nothing with it. I'm trying to tell you, there's chemicals in this water is killing them, make you sick, make you go blind, make you see where you be looking, you have your glass, but you're still looking blurry. Can't get your vision because that water. Esau is wicked. He got smooth words, but his words are like butter. The reason why Esau is trying to kill you is just the last thing. They got a census. They're saying 2045, below 50% of the population, white folks to be below 50% of the population. That's why you keep saying, I'm talking about, you won't replace us. You won't replace us. They know, but you don't. But it's already happened. And they know it. That's why Trump saying, we're going to take back our land. We're going to do this here. We're going to do this, do that. They know. In 2015, the U.S. Census said about 2020, white people to be north is already happening. That's why they don't want to come in the border, but it's all God's plan. It's a great migration because God gonna destroy United States of America with the modern day Babylon. Because I want you to think one thing. You think Russia finna shoot a nuclear bomb over Ukraine? Ukraine right next door to them. And that them fumes will fly out thousands of miles. They'll kill them all. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna shoot the United States of America. Don't think this man finna shoot and kill all his people. Because he knows that Ukraine is really not fighting them. The United States of America is fighting them because they're giving them billions of dollars. Not 1, 2, 3 billion. Billions with an S. And the black women is fighting to kill the black babies. So white lives does matter to them because they're killing our generation of people. So they're using them to help kill us. Babies never be born. We're fighting each other on TV, on Instagram. They destroy us because guess what? White lives matter to the black man, or to the black woman, because they don't know who they are, so they're afraid of them. But black lives matter. Black lives does not matter to us because we don't know who we are. Black lives do not matter to them because they don't know they don't recognize black as a nation. Black is just a color. Black is just niggas walking up and down the street killing each other. They don't recognize that. They recognize a nation or people. Africa, not your people, because why ain't they here helping us? Why when they go to the United Nations now that they helping them? We don't have a nation. We don't have nobody represent us. Shalom, my people. Shalom, my people. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you.